Hello guys and welcome to this video. This is obviously like the second video since I've been back. The first one was just I'm back basically. And so yeah, I mean I came back on Diablo after a little break. I mean I played other games like Path of Exile, which I will be uploading videos of Path of Exile, World of Warcraft, Cataclysm, Mr. Pandaria. But me and my friend are in a new guild, and we're going to be raiding, and then between now and when Warlords of Draenor comes out, we're going to be just socializing and doing some progression. And then when it comes out, you're going to see a lot of like random heroic overviews and things like that, you know, like the heroic dungeons for Warlords and like the new PvP zones and all that sort of stuff. You're going to see all the raids. I'll probably end up live streaming the raids. You guys can check out my channel, I'll put it in the description. Yeah, basically, I was going to make this video to actually show you an in-depth video of my Demonhunter at the current state. I had loads of other characters, but I've deleted them all. I've got my hardcore character, which I made a video on ages ago when he was like level 3, and I was saying about how I was going to level him. I got him to level 54, and then I just kind of stopped. I made this because I found out on the PTR, not on the PTR, on Diablo fans, that they've allowed you to go into adventure mode now as long as you've actually unlocked it any other way other than obviously through seasons. You can level up on seasons, just go straight into adventure mode. And I was testing if it was effective to start level 1 and go straight into it, but I figured out that you should probably get to around level 10 to level 20 before you go in, so you've actually got some gear, because having nothing and then facing a blue mob or something with like Wallet is just a pain in the ass or something like that, because you've got nothing to actually kill it with, even on normal. Like, well, I did it on hard actually just to try it out, but it's still a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm just sticking with the Demonhunter because seasons are coming and I need all the character slots I can get. And he's got the base fire build, so I can do T6 until then, and then after that I'm just going to go straight to seasons and level to 70. I'll be making videos on there too, and then when I get to 70 I'll probably make a video. Well, this is pretty much what's going to happen. I'm going to make a video to show you guys what I did to get to 70 and like what I probably could have done better and how I could have leveled faster, and I'll do Paragon Point allocation and everything for the builds I'm going to be running, which they're mostly just going to be builds that people already know, and I'll make a few unique ones if I get items to do so. I'm going to make videos on that when they happen, if they happen, if RNG just will let me do that. So yeah, I was going to show you the build. I use this Raven's Wing, which is really good. It's got high extra gold, and being as there's no cap on gold find anymore, as I showed in my the last video I made. There's no cap, though it says there's a max, but there isn't. And they give us this gold buff, which is, they could have done something a bit better than that, but there we are. Anyway, so that's quite a nice one. It's really decent roll, very nice. I got these boots too. They're really high roll, like they're almost perfect. But they've also got health globes, and they don't cost me anything to repair because they ignore durability loss, which is extremely cool. I got this, and it's on a 15 mil reroll to get the Sentry damage, and it just doesn't want to go anywhere. Like, it's a decent roll. I need the Vit, because I'm not running what's it called? The passive. What's it? Where are you, man? Perfectionist, and even so, in the patch you don't get health from it anymore, anyways. So I was gonna show you it's on a 15 mil reroll. I got so much Veil Crystals, but not enough Arcane Dust to do anything, anyways. So. It's not really a big deal. I got decent Marauders encasement. Like, I didn't realize I had that much dex on mine, actually. They're actually pretty good. Yeah, I got a Stone of Jordan, which can be rerolled into a socket next patch, which is pretty nice, and it's a really almost perfect roll. Got extra discipline, which is always nice. I've got a decent Reaper Wraps, 6 crit, 20 fire. They could be better on the Vit and dex, but that's something I could craft in the future, but I'm not going to be playing this when the patch comes out, so I can't see me getting better ones than those. Same thing with the Amulet. It's decent. It could be a lot better though, but nah, it is what it is, isn't it? It's quite decent. It could need some more fire damage and more dex, and obviously a bit more crit damage. Yeah, it's alright though. It's not too bad. High picket radius, but that's just a Randall's locket. The Marauder's Visage. It's decent. Needs more cluster arrow damage and a bit more dex, and they would have been pretty dandy. Marauder's Carapace, again, it's decent. Sentry damage, it's all around good in my eyes. String of Ears, this is going to be like mandatory, I reckon, for a Demonhunter. Like, you can go like more squishy and get higher damage items like Fleeting Strap, what's it called, Hellcat Waistguard and Witching Hour and stuff like that. But I like to reduce damage to melee attacks because I'm a bit of a, I don't know how to say it, like, I'm not the kind of person that, like, I'm the sort of person that would run with a uni and not like another ring, because I'm that sort of person that just likes to min-max my defenses while I'm not losing so much damage, because I can afford to do that. We got the Marauder Spines. They're decent. They are 4% off max Sentry damage, and they're just a decent roll, to be honest. My Mage Fist are pretty good. I like to keep the Vit, and other than that, they're almost a perfect roll. I mean, need more dex, 2 more crit damage, and half a crit chance. It's pretty good. This absolutely sucks. I was gonna get a better one, but I just couldn't be bothered because I did so many of these. I did so many of the caches, and I just can't really be bothered. Paragon Points, I've got it into Vit because I don't have Vit on my chest piece, so that's how I have to compensate, so I don't get Dex, which it's better to get Sentry damage than the Vit on the chest. Movement Speed, because I got Movement Speed somewhere else, so it's from my pets, I think, so I don't have to get Max. I got Max from Hatred for some reason, which I was trying out another build. Now I go straight into Vit. There we go. Got some crit chance here, a max cooldown reduction, and then get the crit chance later on. It's basically, that's how it's going. You prioritize. You should synergize. Every 1 crit chance should be 10 crit damage, but I really want to get the cooldown reduction, and then you get cooldown reduction. I'd probably say first. It's up to you though. Like every 1 crit chance, 10 crit damage, but try and get some cooldown reduction in there. It's always nice. As I said, yeah, really, it's just one of them. Stack your resist, armor, and then life regen. And to be honest, I'm going to change that because of the new patch. When you get the passive, not the passive, where dex changes into armor now rather than it being dodge. Life percent is going to be more valuable, as we're going to have like a lot of armor anyways. Resource cost reduction. Is like just the last thing. Gold fine, you just get last. I mean, it's nice, it's multiplicative, so it's good, but resource cost reduction is always nice when you put down sentries and it's regenning nicely. So yeah, it's basically the Paragon Points, guys. It's pretty good. I got, you know, I mean, I'd say I've got mediocre gear. It's not like perfectionist, but it's pretty good. It can do T6. Yeah, I gotta show. I guess I better show you in action before I leave. Before I upload this video. Where should we go? Just go somewhere interesting. There we are. I ain't played this game for a while, but anyway, as you can see on screen, my battle tag's there. So if you guys want to check out my gear or add me, I'll be playing in the new patch. Oh yeah, I didn't go through my skills, did I? Sorry, my bad. I should probably go through those in a second. That's no problem. I better just show you in action first, and then I'll explain why I use the spells when I do, and then I could say, well, you know, the reason why I use this because of blah blah blah. Ripping pepperonis. Come on. I got quite low cooldown reduction. I need some more. I think I've only got 27%. Could be a lot better. I want to try and get myself a weapon, a bow that I can add cooldown reduction to, then use that item to add a socket to it. And I could still get decent damage on it, and it'd be worth the extra cooldown reduction. Shit, I'm getting wrecked now. They're just annoying mobs, and it's Act 3, so these mobs do hit a bit harder and they're a bit more annoying. If I went in Act 1, these guys would have just been, like, the elites would have just been total face roll. I've been away from the game for so long. No, something's gonna be down here now. Come on. Oh, fuck's sakes. Just wasting my buff. It's no problem. Doesn't really matter. Well, there wasn't really much else here. There's usually some good variety. It's kind of a shame. But yeah, that's kind of how the build works. It's pretty good. Obviously, I mean, everyone's using it pretty much. One of the most popular builds. Instead of Tumble, I do recommend another room, which I'll show you in a minute, which is really good for CC, when you want to move out of the way of stuff, and just basically get out of there. It's going to cost you more discipline overall, but it's very, very, very good. There's so many mobs on me right now. Okay. I had one of them guys on me too, Emberwing. Thank you for your gold, sir. There's a lot more gold dropping. I can kind of feel it already. I'm not even doing a rift. Thank you for that, mate. Always appreciate the yellow stuff, so I don't even need to pick up. That's basically it. I mean, it's kind of the builds. It works like any other Sentry. I'm pretty sure people have seen it all before. Yeah, so I'll go through the skills real quick. You've got multi-shot of Arsenal because it's like the only fire rune for multi-shot, and it's pretty decent. It's getting buffed next patch, I think, to 300%. I think so. And Sentry's getting buffed from 200% to 280 and 170 to, I think it's either 120 or 140% weapon damage as fire. The second bit. Can't show you it because I can't move my cursor. It's But yeah, that's that. Just to talk to you about this. Companion, Wolf Companion is pretty obvious. 30% increased damage for 10 seconds. Marked for death, Valley for death because it's really nice. You can put it in an area, and usually when you play with a class that CCs, they're in one, like a Pool Monk's really nice for this because you could just put them straight there, and then a Jade Doctor would just blow everything up, which is really nice. Like it's the current meta for the classes, obviously in this patch, not on the PTR. I can say that this won't really be that useful in the next patch. Because Greater Rifts, you're gonna want to use something else. I'm not sure what else you'd use. Maybe Spike Traps or Rain of Vengeance, possibly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait for that. There's a lot of things I can play around with in the patch, and I've not really played it because of the delay on Vault. It's kind of really annoyed me, so that's left to be unknown. Cluster Arrow using the only really good fire rune for sentries, because cluster bombs is good, but it's slow and it's aim. You got to aim it right. Tumble, and I was going to show you the other one. What was it? Rattling Roll, I think. This one, where it stuns enemies and it knocks them back, which is really nice. It gives you more room. Is if you want to you want to move them around. It's like, yeah, you go there, you go there. It's like, no, I'm not happy. You can go back here. You can go. What I mean? Just kite mobs away, basically, like push them away, and then you can get range and then put your sentries down. That sort of thing. And I'll show you my passives. I use Awareness. When the new patch hits, I won't be using Awareness. I'll either use Ambush for solo, possibly even Custom Engineering for Grey Rift, so I can get an extra sentry down. Maybe even use Spy Traps then, because I'll have 6. Colour of the Week, my plan is, because I'd use, if I ever get a critter shot, instead of that slot, I'll probably use Elemental Arrow, and then I'll use the Cold Rune, so I slow enemies, and then that's instantly 20% more damage. So that's like, it's like Valley, but it's damage. It's cold damage, so it's CC too. It's like, it's good. It's almost a bit of support. I won't be using Perfectionist because it's just not good. Like, it's decent, reduced discipline cost, but there's better things, man. And I think my resists are actually quite good. Anyways, 900 to 1k, pretty decent. Did I go through them all? No, I didn't. I used Steady Aim because, well, 20% extra increased damage. When 10 yards, and 10 yards is literally like there. It's literally, that'd be about 10 yards, literally. So it's really nothing. Just stay away from mobs. You're sorted. You got 20% more damage instantly. Crossbow, 50% extra crit damage. I'm not gonna complain there. My pets benefit from it too. It's pretty nice. Ballistics, it's just a decent spell overall. A decent passive rather. In addition, 20% chance to fire home in rockets. It's just really nice. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video. If you got to the end, have a good day, have a good time, and enjoy farming and up in Sanctuary. Have a good one. Peace.